Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Um, can I request all of you to please update your name in the attendees list? Good morning, Sapna. Hi, Pratisha. Hello, Ruhi. Hi, Vanita. Good morning, Disha. Hi, Prasang. Hello, Shruti. Shrutika, sorry. Yeah, I can see your name. No need to write the name in the chat window. I can see the names here. I see one name in the GoToMeeting panel. It's called attendee 22. So if you can write your name, it will be good. Hi, Nithi. Good morning. Okay, let's just wait for a minute to see if more people are joining in before we start. Hi, Swaraj. Hello, Vikas. Hi, Maheli. Good morning, Neha. Hello, Akash. Just, okay, I can see more people joining. Let's just wait for a minute. Okay, I think let's get started. I'm just going to share my screen. Just let me know if you can see the screen. Okay. Okay, so hi there. So my name is Hari Prasad. I'll be a trainer for this module on social media marketing. Since it's our first session, I think we could just spend a couple of minutes with a short introduction. Yeah. Um, how many of us are here? 24. All right. So just a brief profile about myself. My name is Hari. I've been a trainer for digital video for the last 3 years now. I lead SEM and SMM modules, and for you, I'll be teaching social media marketing. I've about 10 years experience in digital marketing. Started off my career working with Google in Hyderabad, and then have worked with a couple of startups. And my last full-time corporate stint was with Amazon in Bangalore. And then I moved into independent consulting and training. And I also have a yoga venture. So I teach yoga, organize workshops and retreats. You'll see some of the examples when we take up the course. And yeah, and during I'm also a professional tarot card reader. So that's one of my hobbies, come interests. So very nice to meet all of you. It's a pretty big batch, 26. Okay, I can see even more people joining in. So I just want to get a sense of this batch. So if you can just ping in one line, where are you from and what are you working on? If you're a fresher, you can mention that. And what's your level of familiarity with digital marketing? That's primarily what I would like to know. If any of you have worked with any social media platforms on the marketing side before, please mention that also. Anybody can start. You can just ping in the chat. I would prefer to use the chat because otherwise it's a pretty big batch. If you open the mic, we are all logging in from different backgrounds. So that could be an issue. Hi, Syed. Good morning. So anyone? Yeah. Neha, you're from Bengal, freelance content writer, trying to launch your consultancy website. Very good. All the best with that. Nikhil, you're a fresher, basic knowledge. So when you say basic knowledge in using the platforms for marketing or just familiarity with the platforms? Hi Vikas, you're from Delhi, done all the modules of CDM. Okay, so you're used to this drill, I guess. Currently heading sales team of consumer goods company, wanting to build more scale. Nice, all the best. Um, Ruhi, you're in Dubai. I've been working for 8 years. Okay, so you have worked on accounts, Ruhi, on social media marketing. Uh, Disha Gurgan, sales professional, telecom domain, looking forward to start a business. Very nice. Vanita, you're into real estate, new to digital marketing, seeking to set up on my own. Okay. Nithi, Bangalore homemaker, new to this concept, basic knowledge of computers. Okay. Nithi, I think you written your name in the panel 2 times. I can see Nithi Goel 2 times. Syed, you're new to marketing. Yogesh, sales and marketing professional. Okay. So you're in the traditional marketing. Nivya from Delhi, retail merchandising, new to digital marketing, keen interest in social media. All right. Hemlata, working and as a media planner. Okay. Mm, okay, you're a media planner, but maybe you've not worked uh, hands-on on any accounts as such, I guess. Okay. All right. Prasad, Prasad, right? You're from Delhi, 11 years plus marketing experience. Attendee 22. Okay, so Rohit, you are the attendee 22. I can see the name is attendee 22 here. You're from Hyderabad. I'm also in Hyderabad, by the way. 13 years of experience in general marketing. Okay. Not really have worked in strategy driven social. Okay. Sapna, content and music programming. Okay. So you're new to digital marketing, Sapna, completely fresher. Shrutika, Bhopal, fresher, new to this platform, basic knowledge. Okay. Pratyusha, Mumbai. Okay. Akash, Rajasthan. We have an all India representation over here. Finally, computer science. Want to start an app company. Very good. So a lot of budding entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs over here. Good to see. Swaraj, Kolkata, sales professional, basic knowledge. Sub-zero level. Okay. Hi, Rochelle. Delhi, previously done social media marketing. Managed digital marketing and see from the brand side. Okay. So I think apart from a couple of students, most of you are completely new. Others, I think at least two of you have worked in an agency. Few of you are having marketing experience. But yeah, so from my side, just a caveat. I'm going to treat all of you, irrespective of your experience, as completely new to digital marketing. So those of you who have some knowledge of the platform, please bear with me in the initial module. And you can also help me with your experience and ideas if some topic comes up. So this is, see, social media marketing module is more of an interaction based module because we are all familiar with the platforms, right? At least most of us may have an account on Facebook or Twitter. We may have created a profile on LinkedIn. So even if it is not, okay, yes, a lot of echo in my voice. Is the same for others? Are you seeing a lot of echo? I think there should not be because I'm using a microphone. Okay, mixed opinion. So I'm in a room which does not give echo. So if you can log out and log in, maybe it will help. And I'm speaking very softly. Uh, okay, Harpreet, you're from Delhi, doing some online course in fashion and luxury brand management. Okay. Are you also simultaneously working elsewhere, Harpreet, or studying? Shubhang, intern at Data Labs, took this course for more in depth. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so I was saying this module will be more of a interaction based. Most of us have at least a superficial familiarity with the platforms. So rather than just listening to me through the somebody's speakers are on. No, I don't see any other sound over here. I don't hear any. Still, I will mute others if you want. So Disha, Vikas, is this better? Are you able to hear properly now? Okay, I've muted everyone else. Yeah, so as a general best practice, keep your microphone on mute. You can use the chat window very freely, ping the questions here. And okay, you had logged in from two browsers. Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, and feel free to ask questions as and when they come up for you. I may not take the question right away. If I'm explaining something, I'll attend to it after that point. Okay. So shall we get started? Our class timings will be from 10:30 every weekend. We'll be meeting for 5 weeks. Okay. So yeah, let's get started. Can you see my screen, the presentation? Is it visible for you? All right, great. So first we'll be looking at today broadly. This week actually we'll be looking at an introduction. So what is face and primarily focused on creating content for social media. What are the best practices for that? And we'll be focusing on Facebook marketing for that matter. How do you create content for Facebook marketing? We won't be taking a look at paid marketing. What's the difference between paid and non-paid marketing? Anyone? Can you market without paying for it? Yes? No? Yeah, it's a yes and no. Like what Neha said, you can do it, but it may not be as scalable or it may not reach so many people as when you do through paid means. But there are certain ground rules or best practices which are common for paid and organic marketing for that matter. Okay, organic marketing means where you create content, you promote something, but you don't pay for it to get promoted. Okay, so we won't look at the paid ad platform of Facebook today. We'll be looking at more of the how you can create a page, how you can create a different content for Facebook or other social media that can help you get more reach for your product or service through your marketing. Is this clear? I'm not talking of backlinks. I'm just talking of social media content creation and content marketing. Okay. As guest blogs, that those are also means. But today we are limiting the discussion to um, social media. Okay, so if you have a blog and you have a Facebook page for the blog, we are talking about that. Okay, all right. So let's look at what are the topics we are going to look today. We are going to look at why should marketers care about social media, introduction to the different platforms that we have today, the major ones. We'll also be looking at Facebook marketing terminologies. Then we'll also have a look at something called the Facebook newsfeed algorithm and how it gets you content that you see on Facebook when you log in. And we'll try to understand what is organic reach. Organic reach means, as I told you, non-paid reach, where you create a content, you post it, and you reach a certain number of people without paying for it. That is organic reach. And what is the trend in organic reach? We'll look at that. Then we'll look at how to approach content marketing. Content marketing means creating content in such a way that you can promote your product or service. So content marketing has certain best practices. We'll take a look at what are the best practices pertaining to a social media platform. Then we will have a look at what's the psychology of social sharing. and how to measure content effectiveness. And we'll also have some case studies from different brands which have followed the best practices that we have discussed. Okay, so you'll see examples of that. And we'll take a look at one of the tools that is used for creating content. And some of you may have used it before, some may not have. um, we'll have a look at that also towards the end of today's class. Okay, introduction to social media marketing. So tell me, most of you are budding or aspiring entrepreneurs, some of you are already in marketing. Why do you want to learn social media marketing? Why do you care about social media marketing? We have TV, we have radio, we have newspaper. Quickest and easiest way to reach vast audience. How about search engine marketing? That is also quite quick, no? People search, you see the ad. To promote and grow my business. But why social media for that? That's the biggest way to reach a large number of audience. That's where the world is moving. Customers are on for most of them. Okay, I agree with that. A lot of people are there on social media. Reach our target audience. Possible. Reach the target marketplace. Interaction with consumers. That's right. You can use the platform to interact. Best way to connect with lots of people on a personal basis. Yeah, social media platforms allows you both one-to-one as well as one-to-many communication. To be in pace with the upcoming trends. Yeah, in a way. To approach maximum number of customers to promote. Maximum number I don't know, but yeah, a lot of people you can. People are sticking more to such social media platforms. Yes, more time is being spent on social media. That's what you're saying, right, Neha? Because people spend a lot of time. Yeah, because same point. Largest platform. Okay. A lot of customer base is on social media, right? It's best way to reach them. Good. I think more or less you guys have covered all the points. That is also on presentation. Because the customer doesn't have to put any effort from their side to see the ad. Is that a good thing, Pratyusha? I am on social media to, let's say, play a game or chat with my friends, see an ad. I didn't have to put any effort into seeing the ad. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? What does others think? It's a good point, but I'm asking you as a user, do you see that as good or bad? Good, bad. Okay, we have two sides. Who is joining Meheli? Who is joining Nikhil? Mostly annoying, sometimes good. Okay, it can be annoying. Complex questions. Actually, it has a simple answer, a one-word answer. Who can guess? It depends, basically, right? Not neutral. It depends because if what I'm seeing is something relevant for me, it's a good thing. If what I see is not relevant for me, it's annoying. That's what Rushil was saying or Vanita is saying, right? So it all depends upon whether the ad that I see, Ruhi, I was asking as a user on social media, I don't go to social media to see an ad, but I end up seeing a lot of ads, right? I'm asking, is it a good or bad thing? So the answer I was saying was it depends, right? If something is, if I like traveling a lot, I see an ad about a great discount that is coming up for a location that I'm interested in or wanting to go to, and I see an ad, it's a great thing for me, no? It's very relevant. But I hate traveling, okay? And I see this ad, I'll be thinking, why should I see this ad at all? Have you ever clicked on that cross sign saying report an ad or hide this? Ever done that? A lot of time, right? Because sometimes we get very irritated by seeing these ads. So it depends. Which is why as marketers we need to make sure that we use it, because there are takers for it, that it can get help you promote your brand, but it can also cause the reverse effect unless you target smart in a smart way. So one reason, most of you said this already, a massive number of people are active on social media, right? These are data from 2017 quarter 3. Facebook leading the pack globally, followed by Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest, LinkedIn, so on and so forth. Not just that, if you look at the India specific data, almost a similar trend. Largest number of active users in Facebook, then on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat. Can we see 2018 numbers? I have to look up and I can maybe share in the next class, Tejasri. This particular presentation is mostly from 2017 data. But the trend remains the same. If you look at Facebook still has the most active users. Okay. Instagram has been growing fast, but it has not overtaken Facebook yet. Okay. Social Baker's website has it. Of course, then we could have a look at that. But the absolute exact number doesn't really matter. I'm just giving a sense of which platform has the highest number of people. That trend more or less is remaining the same. Okay. And not just that, some of you already mentioned this, right? The amount of time spent on these platforms. It's not just the number of users, but also how much time are they spending. You see this? Around 33% of the time of an active user is spent on social media. If you look at your own usage of social media, just a rough estimate, how much time do you think? Remove WhatsApp from the list because then it might just shoot up, but otherwise, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, on an average day, if you can segregate your time, what percentage of your overall online time can be on these platforms? I mean, I'm asking percentage. So, assuming if you say 2 hours, how many hours are you total online? According to some of the studies, it indicates almost 1/3 of your online time generally people spend on social media. Outside of social media, what are the other specific websites? Then you have your email account and Google, any other website specific, right? But now, why is that so much of people are spending time on social media? A lot of these other websites are posting their content on social media also, right? You don't have to go to a website to watch a video. People post videos from the website onto Facebook these days, or Instagram for that matter, right? So the platforms are growing to kind of be all accommodative, where people don't really have to leave the platform to another website. So most of the news articles you can read within Facebook. You don't have to go outside of Facebook, right? You can watch many of the videos without going to a news channel's website because they post the same video on the platform, so social media platform, right? The other thing is, apart from the number of people on these platforms, the amount of time they spend, it's also to do with how much you can track and measure. So social media platforms offer you a lot of flexibility with respect to how you can track the performance of what you're promoting, compared in a much better manner if you are looking at how you can do this for a radio or a TV. Though there are metrics, but it's not as accurate as how you can do with these digital platforms. And of course, some of you said one-to-one communication. That's also a good thing. These are the three major objectives you can achieve through social media marketing. What are they? Broadly, if you're a new business, you can use these platforms to get more people become aware about your product or service, which is brand awareness, right? You can also look at lead generation. What is lead generation? What is a lead? Anybody who has marketing background, can you tell me? What is lead? Selling of new products, getting new contacts. Potential business, prospective customers. That's right. A lead is, so let's say I'm going to tell all of you that I'm going to organize a retreat to Sikkim or Kashmir. Okay. And I'm pinging a form to all of you on this chat window. Now, let's say out of how many people are here? 20 something, 30? 10 of you fill up the form. Do you think all 10 of you who fill up the form will come for the program? There's a possibility, but there's no guarantee, right? But what does the filling of the form indicate to me? It indicates interest, right, Pratyusha? Yeah. Out of this pool of 27 people, I see that, okay, 10 of you are interested in my product or service. That is a lead for me. They are my potential customers, clients, customers, whatever you can call participants. Once I follow up with them and they actually register, making a payment or whatever, that becomes my sale or conversion. Okay, because that's an action that is valuable for me. So that's the difference between a lead and a conversion. So you can use it for lead generation. Many times people create a Facebook event. Haven't you seen a Facebook event and expressed interest as interested, going, or you see a form, you fill it up. These are all, you are creating leads for that business because they are getting an indication of your interest when you do these actions. So you can use them, use these platforms and the marketing, create content to generate leads for yourself. And then listening and monitoring. What is listening and monitoring? Anyone? What do you listen to? Feedback about, feedback about your brand, about others. It's conversations about your brand. Very good. Mm. So haven't I don't know how many of you remember there was this controversy with Uber a couple of years back when there was a big Twitter campaign which was promoted globally actually on to uninstall Uber after it ran into some controversies, safety issues and stuff like that. Anybody remember that? It was 1 or 2 years back. Yeah. So, as a person who might be handling the social media account of Uber at that time, the person whoever is concerned, how will they get a sense of the customer sentiment? If you search on the social media platform for keywords that are important for the brand, for example, in that case, the brand name, there were hashtags trending with uninstall Uber and all that, right? That way, you can listen to the conversations about your brand by your customers or potential customers. But it's not just about your brand. You can also monitor the strategies implemented by other competitors so that you can learn from their successes and mistakes. So if you, let's say you're monitoring a competitor and you find that they are using a particular kind of, let's say, a contest, and that is generating a lot of engagement for them, it can give you or inspiration insight into maybe coming up with a similar strategy to do something on similar lines. Or you find that your competitor has done something and it has backfired. It can be a learning for you not to repeat that, right? So listening and monitoring is also something that you can make use of when it comes to social media marketing. Now let's look at an introduction to some key social media channels very quickly. Anybody who doesn't know any of these icons? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, and last one, what is it? Anyone? It's Snapchat. Okay, Snapchat's icon is like that. Now tell me if any of you have 6 out of 6 score for this, meaning accounts in all these platforms. Disha, yes. How about others? How many? 4. Okay. 5. You deleted some. Okay. What's the current status? 3, 5, 4, 1. Which is that one, Nithi? Facebook? Ruhi, all. Okay. 2, quite active. Okay. So, one request, since you're all studying social media marketing, at least till the completion of 5 weeks, can you create accounts in all of these? Because we have modules for them. And if you don't have an account, you will have to simply listen to me. If you have an account, you can also, because some activities are designed for you to work on your account. So if you don't have an account, it might be difficult for you or boring for you to just listen to me. Okay. So please do that. You can delete after the course is over. Okay. Now the reason why it's important to at least have it namesake is that tomorrow you become a consultant or a social media marketer. Let's say your client has a requirement, and let's say the client requirement is best served by marketing his or her product or service on Pinterest. Now you never liked Pinterest, so you never created an account on Pinterest. Will you even be aware of the potential or opportunity that you can offer to the client? You wouldn't, right? So as a marketer, though I may not like it, I mean, I need to know what are the possibilities that is interested. Quite intrigued about Snapchat. Yeah. Actually, Snapchat is a very short module in our training program. Um we'll come to that. Okay. You do have an account, right? You said 6 out of 6. Okay. Um, we'll come to Facebook. Okay. On Facebook, what is the primary audience of Facebook? Every platform has its audience. What is audience? The main users who are most active on that platform. And what makes the Facebook audience unique from others? It has people from all age demographics, at least right now. So you might see even your uncles and aunties and maybe parents and even grandparents sometimes on Facebook. Quite common these days. Yes, no? Or is it only very young audience? Quite diverse, no? Age-wise. So it's a very diverse social channel. Hence, our younger generations are shifting to Insta and other platforms. True. Okay. You will find your 5-year-olds on Facebook. Huh? So both ways it works, no? Elders are being all over. Okay. I hope there are not many elders in this group. Uh, now, okay, why is this not? Okay. Primary use for businesses. What is? How can businesses make use of Facebook? You can build a community to engage with users and drive conversations. All of you are aware of Facebook pages, which almost all businesses have these days. You can achieve the goal of brand awareness very well using Facebook. You can also create advertising campaigns through the ad platform of Facebook so that you can create leads and generate sales for your products and services. Okay. So almost all the three objectives can be broadly achieved. How about Twitter? What is the primary audience of Twitter? If you can think about the characteristic of the active users on Twitter, is it any different from those of Facebook? Millennials. We'll come to IG. See what our customers do. Okay. Intellectuals, opinion leaders. Okay. Very close. Who like to debate. Good. A lot of trolling happens now on Twitter. Retweets. Yes. Share information. Celebrities, journalists. Random guess. 15 to 45. Close. 18 to 35. Okay. So it's a young adults primarily the most active users and a fairly opinionated group. So if you, how many of you have a Twitter account? How many of you log into Twitter? Okay. You have an account, but no. Okay. How many of you log in and tweet? How many of you log in and read? Okay. So most of you have, but you don't. Okay. Yeah. So if I am somebody who has a very strong opinion on anything and everything, I find this platform to be super interesting. So I can be in the traffic, I can tweet something about the traffic condition, I can tweet something about the car that is in front, how somebody overtook me, about some billboard that I saw, right? If you are witty, you can get more followers also doing that. All these things you can do. But if you don't have an opinion on many things, or let's say you have an opinion but you're not comfortable expressing it in a public space, just like that, you might find this platform quite challenging to use, or challenging or boring. Basically you wouldn't know what to do with it, right? You have an account, people are writing these sentences and what to do. So you might end up retweeting a lot, something that you read and you like, you might see that your timeline is full of a lot of retweets. Okay. But if you look at the people who are actually active, they are quite opinionated. Yes, that's right. There's a lot of debates that keep happening and a lot of trolling that happens and all that. But primarily, you see a lot of current data on Twitter, right? Many current updates, something that is newsworthy or that becomes the news. Many times, something that gets trended on Twitter now comes onto the mainstream news channels, right? All these things happen. Okay, Ruhi, can you hear me? Are you back connected? Okay, good. Okay, so what are the primary uses of Twitter for a business? You can use it for brand awareness, and very importantly, Twitter can be used for listening and monitoring very well, because these trending topics and other things give a sense of uh, brand sentiment, what people have for towards your brand and others. And it does claim to give you leads and sales, but not very effective, unlike other platforms. Okay. Neha, Facebook has a lot of data, but Twitter, due to restricted words, clutter gets eliminated. Yeah, that's true. It's the, if you look at the timeline, it is much less cluttered. It has much less things. You just see the tweets. So in a way, that is true. How about Instagram? What's the primary audience of an Instagram platform? Millennials. Okay. Yes, Shrutika. 15 to 40. Okay. Middle aged. Okay. Gen Z. Young. No, but tell me the any other characteristic, not just age. Like we talked about Twitter, they are fairly opinionated people and all that. How about Instagram? If you look at the characteristic of active users of Instagram, consumer entrepreneurs, consumer entrepreneurs. Okay. Can you tell any verticals that falls under that category? Celebrities, influencers, artists, bloggers, creative people to showcase talents, lifestyle. Okay, I have to keep scrolling, it's too fast. Listening and monitoring is the same what we discussed few minutes before. I didn't get your question, Shrutika. Listening and monitoring is the same. Huh, same. I was reiterating. I was saying Twitter can be used for that purpose very well. Pictures and status. Disposable content users. What is disposable content users? I don't understand that term. Instagram for writing blogs. How come? Share photos, filters, all that I agree. Shops focusing on their products. That is fine. Entertainment domain. Yeah, that is fine. Stories. Okay. So you can call it ephemeral content. That is more appropriate because you can also choose not to. Ephemeral means something that expires after some time, right? Only temporary. Disposable means you can discard it, kind of a thing. So this, I think, tonality is different. Different types of talents such as makeup artists and okay, good. So if you can I say it has younger audience compared to all the other platforms like Facebook or Twitter, except Snapchat. Snapchat has the youngest audience. Okay. So if you want to know who are the youngest people in this group, we can ask who all have Snapchat. Mobile only network. Uh, okay, I have Snapchat because I'm teaching, but I don't really use it apart from that. Mobile only network. That's true, right? Instagram has most of its features available only on mobile. If you log on to laptop, what happens? You can still see the pictures, accounts that you follow, but you can't. Can you post from laptop? Lot of the things that you can see on mobile, you don't see on a browser, right? On laptop. So it's a mobile only network. That is something that differentiates it from other platforms. Facebook is not like that. Primary use for a business, building brand awareness through visually appealing content. So Instagram is a very visual platform. Yeah. Which is why there are specific categories which help which it helps much better. So you see a lot of people who are artists, who are creative, they make something, or travelers, travel bloggers, they're all quite popular. A lot of yoga people are quite popular. You see all these pictures of yoga poses and stuff. Yeah. So anything that is visually appealing, you can make use of the Instagram platform to promote such products and services very well. Not just that, it has been found that the engagement rate is much better on Instagram compared to Facebook. So you have a brand that is promoting a product on Facebook. It's very likely that you engage with it if you see it on Instagram than on Facebook. So that way also it helps. And it does help with generating sales and leads. Okay. Is this clear? And it is pretty good at generating sales and leads. LinkedIn. LinkedIn's primary audience is comparatively more older and mature people. It's a very professional network, unlike Facebook, which is more informal. And what else? It can be used for lead generation, mostly B2B, business to business companies. They can find it helpful. It can also be used to share your thoughts on your domain of expertise. So you can write articles, post articles, and engage in a little bit more serious professional discussions with others who share their thoughts, all that. And if you're on the HR side, you can also use it for recruiting potential employees, screening them. If you're a job seeker, you can use the platform to look out for new opportunities and apply for it. Right? Is this clear? Pinterest. The primary audience of Pinterest, according to some studies, say it is a relatively young female audience. I don't know how much that is accurate because very often I hear my students say, no, guys are also on that platform quite a lot. And this data particularly is more of a US based data. So I don't vouch for the accuracy of that first point, but second is still correct. It's a very popular place for people who are looking for inspiration or ideas for fashion, accessories, wedding, DIY projects, and stuff like that. How many of you have a Pinterest account here? Anybody who has doubt what is Pinterest? What is this platform? Okay. So Pinterest, you can think of it like a digital scrapbook. Have you seen those bulletin boards in schools or sometimes even at home you create? You pin certain things onto that. Let's say on Independence Day, you pin pictures of, let's say, Mahatma Gandhi or some function, some poem, patriotic songs, poems, and all these things, articles. So all the theme for that bulletin board on that day will be relating to Independence Day or Independence movement and stuff like that. Pinterest is, you can think of it as like a virtual bulletin board like that, where you can create different boards and theme based boards. So I can create a board for, let's say, yoga retreat and start pinning pictures relating to yoga. So the interesting thing is that I don't have to necessarily have my own image. Let's say I'm browsing internet, I see some nice image, I can pin that image onto the board. Or I see some other Pinterest account, I see very nice pictures that I like to save, I can pin from their account to my board. Okay, so that's what Pinterest does. Yeah, this is like a broad category, Disha. Okay, it's not exhaustive by any means. How would it be different from Instagram? Both are visual platforms. Okay, but Instagram has much more, I would say, flexibility with respect to generating leads and sales at this point than Pinterest. Okay, Pinterest is not yet as popular as Instagram when it comes to, for example, Instagram now allows videos and things like that. Pinterest is not yet having all those features. For example, stories. These things are not yet on there. So it's a very simple platform. You create board, you have your picture, you have a description, you can have a link which can take you to the website. So it can get you referral leads. So, but not all features like Instagram. But they are similar in the sense that the content on Pinterest and Instagram are visually appealing content. Okay, less personal stuff. Oh, that's also true. So you can use it primarily for brand awareness and also maybe a little bit of a driving traffic to your website or blog and all that. How about Snapchat? Who is the primary audience of Snapchat platform? They are the youngest audience. Some studies showed over 90% of Snapchat audience in India is less between 15 to 25. So which means teenagers and very young adults. Okay. And primary use from a business perspective, storytelling, sharing behind the scenes and exclusive content by brands to their fans, engaging and interacting directly with fans. So they know that the companies who are active here, that they have a very young audience. Like let's say I'm running a music band. I can post things that I'm doing before I go have a concert or a gig, and then I can interact with people who follow me directly. The storytelling concept of that ephemeral content was first started by Snapchat. That platform itself has only that. Yeah. So now though Instagram has adopted it, WhatsApp status has adopted it, Facebook has adopted it. So you see that everywhere. But initially it became known for that, like how Twitter became known for hashtags and trending topics and all that. Okay. Now you see hashtags everywhere, right? Even Instagram has, Facebook has. So how do you choose a social media channel? You have seen all these channels, you've seen Some of them are having much more number of active users than the other, right? But the ground rule or the thumb rule to decide whether your business needs to start marketing on a platform is not just the number of people who are active. It is based on whether the people who are likely to be your customers are they active on those channels. So you follow where your customers go. That's the basic funda. So let me ask you a question. Mm, let's say you have a product, okay? You're into the business of giving executive coaching, leadership coaching to the top leadership teams of companies, okay? Very niche area of service. Now, would you be, which platform would you choose? Very simple question. LinkedIn? No Snapchat? No Instagram? Okay, so why LinkedIn then? It's a professional service. See, if you look at LinkedIn's ad platform, it also has features which lets you target people by their designation. So if you want to target CEOs, CXOs, CFAs, you can actually select those kind of categories and target them specifically. So very sharp, smart targeting is possible when your professional or when your target audience is such a specific category. Now let's say you are having a store. One of you said retail merchandising, right? So let's say you have a brand like you're running the marketing for a brand like Chumbak. What does Chumbak do? What kind of products do they have? So if you were promoting the products for that brand, which platform would you give most importance to? Platform or platforms? Sell daily use products, okay. Facebook, Insta. Facebook, Insta, okay. Any other choices? Why not Pinterest? I would say Instagram and Pinterest at this point could be best options. Facebook, of course, you will have an account, but if you are to focus on campaigns, they are having a very visual products, right? So you can choose to focus on visual platforms. Okay. So how do you choose the right social media channel for your business presence? You follow where your customers go. Okay. Now, introduction to Facebook marketing. Do you guys want to take a break before this? It's almost an hour. Short 5 minute, 10-minute break before we start with Facebook marketing. Yes, no. Okay, now it is 11:25 India time because I'm saying because no, we have to give time for a break, Nikhil, in between. So I'm just thinking this is a good time because one section is complete. So before starting next one, we can take a short break for 10 minutes. Is that fine? So it's 11:25, 10 minutes. Okay, so wherever you are, come back 10 minutes later. Okay, thank you guys. Have a coffee. Bye. What is the takeaway from the perspective of being a marketer from how a typical Facebook user behave? Instant click on their subject of interest. No. I'm now think like a marketer, no, don't think like a user. Help in understanding what customers do. Segmentation. Okay. Can you make it simpler? Staying relevant content on the base of their interest. Very correct. So if I know, so let's take the case of Yogashala, my yoga venture. Okay. I have people, some thousand odd people who have liked the page. Okay. Do you think all of them will like reading articles? Some of them might like. Some of them might be liking more some pictures that I post of some events. Some might be liking some videos I might post. So common interest is that they are all interested in yoga. They all want to know my updates, but they want to know it differently. So I need to keep this in mind as a marketer. Maybe I am more interested in sharing something in writing, but I should also, as a marketer, keep in mind this is not everybody's preference. So I have to consciously make sure that the content I create has diversity to appeal to the diverse mindset of my clients or potential clients. So when I create a event, let's say I'm promoting the Sikkim retreat. Sometimes I post some article about Sikkim, 10 wonderful things about Sikkim. And then I write a short write up about it and I say, okay, if you want to explore Sikkim, join me on April. Okay. At other times, I might just post a nice picture or a poster. Other time, I might post a video on the Lekcha tribes in Sikkim, which are a very unique tribe found in that part where we are going. So, depending upon what each you already saw, what content people will see, right? Maybe if somebody engaged more with a picture in the past, they will see the picture. They may not even see the article. Yeah. So by diversifying my content, I'm able to reach out to more people in a way they like to be reached. Clear? All right. So basically, users will only engage with content which adds some value to their lives. We are talking value in the context of having fun, learning something, connecting, all these things. Okay. So the key approach when it comes to social media marketing, content marketing is don't be outrightly salesy. Though you are promoting something, be social because it's social media. Be informal. Think like a user, not like a marketer. And think what is your post adding value to the user? Is it making them smile? Is it making them feel something? Is it making them think? Anything. And a good question to ask yourself before you decide on anything to post is whether what I'm going to post now, if I am the consumer or customer for my own brand, will I share it? Only then, only if that answer is a yes, go ahead with that post. Is it clear? So for any social media platform, understanding why the audience is present there and posting the content that strikes a chord with them is very, very important. Okay? And because people are here not to read advertisements, they are here because they want to do one of those things that we discussed, and they want to read stories, not any marketing content. So be a good storyteller and create something that is great and share worthy. Now if we look at why do people share on social media, the psychology of social sharing. Okay, what is it? From prehistoric times we have been sharing, just not on Facebook walls but on other types of walls. but the the tendency to share something with others has always been there. Now, there has been research conducted by New York Times Customer Insight Group onto what makes people share something. And they found a lot of very reasons which many of us can relate to. They found that many people share because they find something that is valuable and they want to be shared with others. Now, many people share because they believe what they share is what defines them. So if you want to project a particular type of image, or if you want to communicate to somebody that this is my stand on this issue, you share something with that kind of a viewpoint. Yes. Prasam, in the case of video upload on Facebook, what is the average time a customer has to view so the Facebook can mark it viewed? No, once it is played, it will be marked as viewed. It doesn't follow the YouTube standard. Okay. Then coming back to sharing, they also found people use sharing of content as a way to nourish relationships. So a lot of people share something just to initiate a conversation or start or stay in touch, right? Do you do that? Let's say there is a friend whom you have not talked a lot to, or you've been out of touch for a lot of quite a while. You don't know how to start a conversation. You find something, some funny video, you share it and say ha ha ha, and then start the conversation, right? Yes. Let's not discuss YouTube right now, Nikhil. It will take us away from the topic. It is part of the SEM. That's why I'm not going into that. YouTube, though we associate mentally a lot of things with social media, it's actually part of Google Display Network. So I don't want to go into that topic when we are on Facebook. Okay. Right. Then self-fulfillment. Some people share because it allows them to feel that they are engaging with the world. Okay. And some people share because they share to promote some cause or issues they care about. So you see a lot of posts about climate change, animal care, veganism, a lot of things, right? People, something they passionately care about, they share stuff relating to that. Usually, while scrolling Facebook videos, the videos play, but we keep scrolling. So, are all those videos marked as viewed? Let me check and come back to that, Prasad. Okay. My current understanding is yes. If you play it, the autoplay one, I need to just check. Okay. If you are clicking play, it is, in my understanding, marked as viewed. But the thing is, once you upload a video, the Facebook analytics page, there's a page called Insights page, which we will see. That page shows you what is the average duration of a video being viewed. So you will know relatively till what point people are playing and all that. So if you find that, okay, more or less it's only 2 3 seconds or something, you know the video is not great. So it's not like a blanket view kind of thing. You can also see the duration and all that variation. Okay, so what is the key ingredient of whether a post becomes share worthy? It should be inspiring, it should be informative or educative, or it can be entertaining, or it can be something that connects emotionally with people. That can also lead to uh, something that can be shared, right? Don't you think we share stuff relating to coming under all these categories? Yeah. So storytelling is the key thing about marketing on social media. You have to have a way of presenting things in the form of a story than just blindly promote it. saying that, okay, this is what I'm doing, come buy it, things like that. Okay, any doubts? Now, measuring content effectiveness. What metric you will choose to measure the effectiveness of a content will depend upon what is your marketing objective. So if your marketing objective is to engage more or create brand awareness, you will be focusing on metrics such as how many shares your post received, how many comments people made, how many videos, if it's a video ad or a video post, how many likes. These are all indicators of people becoming aware and engaging with your content, right? Clear? Should storytelling also include case studies of people? No, no, no. I'm not telling of a very theoretical storytelling. I'm just saying uh, it should not be in the form of saying that, okay, this is something I have, you buy it, this is the amount. That kind of a direct marketing style. You should weave around something else around that. Like, for example, I was sharing with you about the Sikkim thing, right? I can share a story about the Lepcha tribe, something unique about them. It's an informational thing, educative content. And then in the end, I can say, if you want to understand more of them, do join us, like that. So lead them to your product. That is one way of doing it. So even if somebody does not want to come for the retreat, reading that was informative. It added some value. Yeah. There are a lot of great ads, right? You see it, you laugh at it, or you feel very touched by it, inspired by it, but you may not buy the product ever. But still, it added some value. If your objective is to generate traffic to your website, get some leads or sales, you will focus more on getting clicks on your post. We will have a lot more case studies coming up, Nithi. Okay. For example, have you seen that Google ad about India and Pakistan making a search, somebody making a search and long back? Many of the ads that come these days are woven around a story. There is one tea, what is it? One of those, the thermal flask that you keep tea and all hot. I just saw an ad yesterday. I'm not able to recollect the name of the brand. Basically, the ad starts by this person saying, the lady saying, this husband likes, the two things he likes most is his duty and then chai. Then only comes the wife. So, so that he can remember her fast, she gives chai in a flask. Okay, and then it leads us to the product, which is the actual flask. It's an ad for the flask. Okay, so uh, apparently he gets to have hot tea using the flask. So it is basically, do you have to say such a roundabout story to uh, sell a flask? No, right? But it creates an experience. Or you have that Surf Excel ad, I think, which talks about uh, getting dirty is good, right? Kids playing, coming back home. These are all short stories actually. You're taking a snapshot out of life and then inserting your product in between that. Netflix video plays, yeah. Okay. So this is about it. Metrics that you will look at when you look at leads, sales and all, link clicks, how much time people spend on your page after they clicked on your product, I mean on your post, how many forms they filled up or things they purchased. That's right, Nithi. Some examples of engaging content. This is under the category of fun and relatable content. This is by Zomato on Facebook. Some things vegetarians are tired of hearing. So something like, you don't know what you're missing. Is it okay if I eat meat in front of you? Or you can take at least the gravy, leave the pieces, right? Where do you get your proteins from? So some common things. So most people can relate to these things. Either they would have said it at some point to some vegetarian friend, or somebody would have heard it. Yeah. So it doesn't. What is Zomato? Zomato is about restaurant reviews and other things. It's not promoting any of that, but it's just creating a content around food that anyone can relate to, something that is funny, witty. Same way. How many of you have heard of the brand Happily Unmarried? They make very nice stationaries and stuff. Yeah. So this is a ad campaign they created based on that famous movie Andaz Apna Apna dialogues, applying it to some real life situation, like when your salary gets credited, when your girlfriend asks you how did the interview go, or when you are broke and the conversation between friends, all that. Okay, so it's a series they created, some 8 9 pictures they created like that. Okay, again something which most people could relate to. Okay, they just tweaked it, but nothing related to their actual product. If you see, same way they created another series about marriage. So their product is happily unmarried. The target group is apparently unmarried people. So this is about marriage, and they used some animal pictures to create some funny content. Okay, does it make sense? So this is what we are saying. You're not selling your product directly, but you're creating a recall value for your brand. People also sometimes leverage on trending topics. What is most current? Amul is well known for that from lot of years. Lot of products have started doing it often now, but for a long while, Amul was known for this kind of ads, right? For anything, starting from India Pakistan cricket match to anything, they can create an ad linking it to that Amul girl, right? So that way. Then you can also create content just wishing users on typical festivals, Republic Day, Independence Day, standard festivals wishes. Like this you see very commonly, right? This is a standard thing which people do. Cadbury does it very well, that's right. A lot of mini ads. So you can also create a generic ad for wishing a particular category of your what to say users. Like this is for Women's Day by Urban Tree. Okay, just wishing women on Women's Day. Okay, or some other things which people can relate to, like how it is it like going back to work on a Monday. This is by Tata Docomo. You got a leap year, and that leap year fell on a Monday. How nice, right? That way. So all that. Then you can have share worthy or informative content. So things which are actually informative, but creating that content in a very catchy manner. There are many videos here. I'll just show you one. Otherwise, I will share you in the next class. So I'll just share it in your group chat. Please watch it and ping me once you're finished watching. Okay. This is an example of how to promote an informative content in a very catchy manner. Please ping in the group chat once you finish watching. I'm not speaking now, Sapna. I just shared a link. So I've asked everyone to watch that link. Because if I play, it will become little time lag is there? Oh, okay. I'll do that. Is everyone able to watch the video? Someone says not able to click. Okay, then it's a localized issue. Others are able to see. So basically, what they came up with, previous slide. Okay, this was basically a video, Neha, about very unusual beaches. So primarily, it was a informative ad by Exigo. It's a travel company, right? But presented with lot of nice graphics and music and other things. So it was made very catchy. Okay. Now these were not beaches that are usually heard of. So that was the attraction. Once this was became a viral hit, they created similar things. World's most unusual hotels, world's coolest taxis. So that way they tried picking up some uncommon kind of things and created multiple campaigns, but all in some way or the other connected to travel. Okay. This was the video which gained maximum number of shares in 2017 on Facebook. And it was a very simple hack on how to fold a t-shirt. Hardly 1.5 minutes, less than that actually. Okay. So sometimes it is basically, if you look at the category, it is an educative video, informative video, but something very simple which people found relevant, and so it was shared. See the number of times it was shared at that time. 3.1 million reactions, right? Another very popular video. This was about how moms can put a baby to sleep in minutes. See the number of shares? Yeah. Okay. Then you can also share informational content with a very funny approach. Have any of you seen the series by Exigo? How to speak Hyderabadi in a minute, or how to speak Malayalam, Bengali. The series, have anyone seen? Yes? Okay. Let me just share you just the Hyderabadi part. It's hardly a minute. Okay, can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay, so I think you didn't hear me say about the assignment. Okay, I will repeat. I was saying there are a few more case studies. Okay, few more case studies and one tool which we'll be using for designing posture, which we will cover next week. So I was taking you to LMS. All of you have access to LMS. In LMS, when you log in, you will be seeing all these different weeks. In week 1, if you click, it will take you to a page which will show you a quiz and a task. Do you see that? So you need to complete this quiz, and then that is based on what we discussed today. Okay, nothing more. Then you have to create a Facebook page. So these are the steps for doing that task. So if you click on this first link, task, it will give you a template you need to download. Download template for assignment. Okay, download this, mark it as complete, and then go back. Rest all the steps are given correctly. You see here, you go to each step, or if it's a very simple thing, you don't even have to. You create the page. How do you create the page? You go to your Facebook account, click on create page. It will ask you two options. Are you going to create for a business or a brand? Are you creating for a public figure, a celebrity or a community? So go for this is better. Give a name for your page, define a category, like let's say if it's a gym, I can put like that, or a sports. It will show you a drop down. Select the category, continue, the page will be created. Okay, once you create the page, it will ask you to fill in all the relevant page informations, like put up a profile picture, put up a cover picture, and add relevant like address, for example, or website. And if you want, add some collaborators. This much task you have to do. And what about that template that you downloaded? Fill up the template in the relevant spaces about what you did for assignment. And in the last page of week 1, task number 7, if you go, there is an option for you to upload that file. So choose file, upload it from your laptop, and submit it for evaluation. Is this clear? Is it necessary to create a site? Not necessary, but I guess all of you have had a blogging session. So maybe you have a blog already. If you want, you can create it for that, or think of some hypothetical business and just create it. That's all. Which file? The first file I told you, no? When you go to this week 1, in the first task page, there's a template you can download. Download template for assignment. This template you have to upload after step 7, in step 7 page. After filling it up based on how you created the page. Which is the better option always? Create a page or a group? Page is primary importance for a business, Neha, because that is how you can communicate, you can have a call to action for people to contact you, everything. Group is if you want to collaborate and have more discussions. We will go into the details of that next week. We will discuss when is it important to have a group, how can you, if you decide to have a group, there are two ways of having a group, and all that things we will discuss next week. What are the pros and cons of having a group? Okay, we'll go more in depth into Facebook marketing in the next week. This was more of an introduction, as I told you. Okay, now before you guys log out, can you please share a feedback link for today's class, please? This is the I'm pinging it in the group chat. Think of a hypothetical business, Shubhang. Okay, and create a page for that. This is just for the assignment's sake, for us to know that you have understood how to create a page and update. Okay, Can others hear me? Nikhil says can't hear. That is fine. You'll also get the feedback link by email. Whoever can access it now, you can do it now. Nobody is able to click on the form. That's quite strange. You don't have to create a group now. No need. Only Facebook page. Okay? All right. Thank you, Neha. Thanks, Nivya. Thank you, Shrutika. So I'll see you guys next Saturday, sharp 10:30.